cyberpunk group. Guardians Go Where Angels Fear to Tread, Part 2. So, where last we left off, you guys managed to break into the Cyber Chop shop. You managed to free the technician that you guys have been sent to rescue by her brother, even though there's been some kind of conversation whether he's dead or alive or, this or that. As our courier has been pulling, Esme out of the building saying, just come with us. Your brother hired us. Either way, come with us. You guys managed to get out, get in your car, and rip off onto the city streets. Unfortunately, as you ripped off into the city streets, you were definitely spotted by bad luck and happenstance. And you guys, I'm going to whip you to a different map. And Evan, you may notice that your character has control of the very nice, luxury hopper here.
Oh, cool.
And the fact that there's a quartet of hover cycles chasing you guys. So unfortunately, Christopher's not joining us tonight. So you know what's going to happen, all action, man of action style, is all of a sudden he's going to say, pull up to something, and then he geckos out with his laser gun. Just like this, kind of jumps out and shoots at one of the guys, thereby drawing at least one of them away from you. Making your odds slightly more in your favor. As it goes from 4 to 3.
I turn to the hacker. I turn to our hacker and say, I'm not sure that was really as useful as he thought it was going to be.
Was he running away, or was he trying to help divert attention from you guys? On the plus side, this way you only have to deal with the 3 bikes chasing you, and no reinforcements can come, because he'll be there heading them off at the pass.
There you go.
He can totally do the Winter Soldier bit on the bridge here, distracting them and keeping them busy.
That's right. I got this. I got a pistol.
All right then.
Okay, and for the record, this exceptionally long street will be used over and over and over and over as need be, by the way. Conveniently, The city streets look a lot alike.
Wow. I feel cheated.
So go ahead and clearly give me, as I hit the clear button, I say clearly, a vigilance, because you know shit has gone south. You guys ran out the door. You went there. You winked at the cool kids watching your car for you, and you guys are running your ass in your car, getting out, and you can hear the hover bikes ripping behind you. And I should probably adjust the GM's pool there too. It's one thing that's sad that I always miss is not rolling for destiny points.
I know. I was thinking, oh yeah, no, not
Wrong
here.
Game. So it's only 2 player story points to 1 GM story point. That's not bad at all, guys.
Considering we both only have 2 dice for it. But is it good enough?
Except we have abilities.
What?
Okay, that's not right.
I was gonna say, are we a bit outmatched?
That's totally not right.
There
we go.
Badass criminal right there, man.
There's a smooth criminal there. On his sheet, he had some extra dice pool already put in there, so apparently it added it. Good for him. Okay, so these guys, clearly you guys know that they know about you. You guys know about them. There's zero doubt of who's in what car and who's on what bikes as they're ripping down the street after you guys. So clearly, as you can see, you guys have initiative on them. So who is doing what? Just after Darwin goes flying out and he geckos against a billboard and then kind of like pulls the laser pistol out that he just acquired and takes a couple pot shots at the group, trying to get them to duck down and buy you guys some time to escape.
Yeah, so what's medium?
So we'll say short is going to be 4 and medium is 8. You want me to draw that on the lines, don't you?
No, that's good.
So short is 4, medium is 4 more than that. And then long is pretty much everything past that.
How many do we move the ship or the
The
car
ship.
around?
The ship, he's flipping into Star Wars mode.
Yeah,
So
Right.
if
I'm
you'd
stuck on
like,
that one.
on the Skype channel, I did shoot you your hopper. It moves
Yeah.
pretty fast there. It's got max speed of 3.
Oh wait, is it on my character sheet?
No, it's in
Max
the
speed.
Skype. If you look in the Skype,
Skype channel.
Oh, it's in.
it's a
So
luxury
before-
hopper, the Helidyne AMG 90 luxury hopper.
Ooh. Yeah, well, before you do that, I'm leaning out the window and gonna pop it one.
Okay, especially since there's one nice and close.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so since you are shooting at a car that's speeding, because I'm assuming you're speeding, right?
Yeah.
There is going to be a black dice for that. So you're shooting at the closest one?
Sure.
Okay, is he in short or is he just in medium range? I'm assuming you're in the back seat with our dear passenger. So yeah, it looks like it's just out of short range. I love that. Okay, I've got your difficulty set.
Alright, let's see here.
You totally have this. I mean, you're borrowing Darwin's gun, right? You've got
Right.
the good mojo there.
Yeah, sure. Oh, look at that.
What happened? All of a sudden, you were about to, because the problem is this map looks, this is a pretty good representative of the city street map, unless you're hardwired into the net, man. And if you're hardwired into the net, there's all these QC codes that when your eye runs across them, billboards magically pop up in your virtual vision. Adding on to what other people wouldn't see of all of a sudden like fish swimming and sharks biting and motorcycles revving. And it's totally distracting as the pop-ups are getting in your way.
Yeah.
But you do have 3 advantage.
Yeah. So I'll give that to our driver. Or do I need to? I don't think. Am I down? Anything? I don't think I'm downstream. Oh, I am downstream.
I've got your icons over here to make things a little easier on the side map.
Yeah, no, I will use one for strain and give one to the driver.
Okay, do you guys need me to take a screenshot for vehicle combat for you, or are you good with it?
I think I remember at least some of it.
I think I shared it once before, but I'll go ahead and gladly see if I can screenshot my cheat sheet I got in my hand.
I mean, it's the same as like the Star Wars, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much exactly the same.
Yeah.
So if you're going speed 2, you can move 2 range bands. If you're going 3 or 4, you can move 3 range bands. Though faster you go, it upgrades the difficulty of pilot checks.
Right.
Yeah. How do just out of curiosity, do they we've been driving for a second now, so how does it feel? Do they feel like they're as fast as us, faster?
They feel that they can easily keep up with you. They feel like they are probably the same speed as you guys.
Okay. All right.
It's one of those that you think it's going to take some either fancy driving or some great tricks to get these guys off your tail. Or you can totally just pull over and, slug it out if you want to on the side of the road. I mean, the one that you do see is waving around a gun. He's got it looks kind of like a Scorpion submachine gun type of machine pistol. And you know that they caught up to you pretty quick, so they might be a little faster. It's pretty much their max speed probably is yours or maybe a little better.
All right. So
I mean, these are the bikes that speed junkies get.
So pursuant to that, are there any open any alleyways that are coming up nearby that I could duck into to maybe lose them through there?
You could totally try, do dangerous driving.
Dangerous driving, huh? Well, I mean,
Pilot
like,
speed 1, do something dangerous with the vehicle, make a pilot or driving check against equal to the
oh,
silhouette of your vehicle.
interesting.
Now, when you guys ripped out, are you at speed 2 or are you maxed out at speed 3?
Let's say 2.
Okay, so you're taking it fast but not recklessly fast.
Until we figure out how bad this is.
Right?
So, I'll just kind of shout back and ask the girl, friends of yours?
And she's just like, "Oh, it's the Cro-Magnon. They're coming to get me back. I knew I shouldn't have left with you. They're gonna get me." And she just starts bawling and just kind of like sinks down, especially after she saw, you know, your buddy there, Dante, take that shot and just kind of like shot a billboard across the street. And she's just like, "Why did I listen to you? My brother's dead. No one's gonna rescue me. You probably want me to put cybernetics on you for keeping me as a slave."
Oh, jeez.
This is that moment where you're
Drama,
totally
drama,
like,
drama.
if someone could totally try to talk her off of things.
Well, I already shot, so, and it wasn't her, so, unfortunately. I mean,
Yeah, okay, lady, I'm all for conversation and all, but just shut up for a minute.
As you grab the wheel and your engines kind of rock and blow some people down on the sidewalk as you're trying to keep shit straight.
Okay, let's see. So I can move, what, 8 squares, I guess, would be 2 range bands?
Well, if you're moving
whatever.
at speed 2, you can go 2 range bands. So you can go basically to medium distance from them.
Okay, so that would be 8 to 12?
Yep.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go...
why were you measuring the sidewalk?
Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly... What I want to do is fly, like, over this stuff here, and then drop altitude down closer to the sidewalk to maybe, like, have them either, I don't know, maybe drag them into some of this to crash, or to at least maybe, if they don't drive into that, give us a little cover as we're ducking down in there.
Okay, so you're basically doing dangerous driving, so they'll have to roll as well. Hopefully that, since they're driving faster than you, because, if you're at 2, they're definitely at a 3 to catch up to you, because that's how they're catching up so quick. So you're hoping that your good driving is going to be as good as their okay driving at higher speeds.
Well, I sure hope so.
I like that, and you're using the terrain. That's a cool thing. I like that.
Okay, so since I'll be... so essentially this is going to be an action to do this?
Yep, it's going to be an action. So you're doing dangerous driving action. So do
Okay,
something
and
dangerous with your vehicle. Make a piloting or driving check. Difficulty equal to the silhouette, which you have a silhouette 2 vehicle.
Okay, so you'll set the difficulty. I get a blue from what he added to me, and I get a blue from the maneuverability of this thing, right?
Okay, he gave you a blue. And
Yes.
what's your maneuverability?
Well, the maneuverability on this thing is +1 according to the thing.
Okay, so that
Yeah,
gives you an
handling
extra
plus-
blue.
Okie dokie. And
Okay. And since you're only rolling at 2, it's basically your silhouette, which is just 2 purple.
all
You
right.
got this.
Yep.
You got this.
You totally got
handle
this. Nothing bad can happen. I'm not going to have to look up the crash table.
Please. All right.
Okay, so you got this like nobody's business. You do this whole vroom vroom. You fly kind of over, under, juke around, move. You got a billboard in the way, so you're moving, quite exhilarantly. 2 band and basically ahead of these guys. I'm totally thinking, should we just do like a horse track list instead of the map? But we'll see which works easier. Okay.
So yeah, that movement would have put me to about there, where I'd like duck behind this bridge thing.
Okay, and obviously Darwin's got this guy's attention, so he's firmly jumping off his bike to go shoot at Darwin, and they're exchanging shots that you guys see. He's just like, go, go, go! And then he tries to take a pot shot at one of these guys, but the other guy's got him pinned down, so they're gonna definitely follow suit with you. We will proceed to Dangerous Drive to catch up with you. However, they are going at a solid speed 3, possibly soon to be a speed 4 if need be. So it's going to be the same check that you made, but +1 purple.
Okay.
And let me double check. I do believe their handling is exactly as yours, but I think their speed is +1. That's the only difference. Their handling is +2.
Oh, darn it.
Nimble bikes.
Yeah, little swoop bikes, man.
Yep. Okay, so I've got their difficulty set as they're just like giving chase, and just because. I just want to make sure at least the first one makes it. So here comes the first one. He's the guy that you can already see that he's got his little pistol out and he's ready to do some damage.
Of course he is.
Are we slow tonight?
Nope, it's just me.
Oh, okay.
And the first guy easily goes and pretty much follows, and he's making sure to keep up with you. And since he is going 3, he's actually catching up with you.
Yeah.
As he's just like right here, not too far to the side of your window, and he's like, pull it over! And he's waving the pistol like, if you don't pull it over, I'm going to open up on you next chance I get. And then, of course, here come his Goombas. Now, his Goombas, however, are not going to get that free upgrade. I got to make sure at least the scary guy makes his move. So, Goomba on the left is going to make his driving roll. Apparently has no problem doing it. And Goomba on the right is even better.
Wow. Darn it.
As these two
better than I thought.
the jabronis come flying up, and they're just like the jabronis are coming right behind you, and they're kind of obviously going for the flanky kind of feel.
Because I can see their jabronis around in this time frame.
No, it's the jabronis.
Now that I see who's like pointing a gun and shouting, is it evident by what he's wearing, the type of bike he has, who he might be?
You obviously get the idea he's the guy in charge. He's got more patches on his little, armored clothing that you see, but he is definitely a Chrome Mogwai. He's definitely one of the gang that you just messed with. You see some similar neck tattoos and patches that resemble the guys that were hanging out front of the shop.
I was gonna say he's got a 1% patch.
But he's definitely the guy in charge, because you can tell just the way the other two guys fell in step behind you. And they're basically they're just gonna kind of slow their bikes down to match your speed, so they're not flying past you yet.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy's seriously just like waggling his pistol. It's only because of your defense and driving did he not end up shooting in your windshield right now. Unless he's actually giving you guys the benefit of the doubt to pull over.
I'm going to say, remember, so they are friends of yours. Do you want me to pull over?
And she's just like, no. She's covering got her hands clutched over her eyes. She's just like, get me out of here.
Oh, just a second. You shouldn't have come with us. Now it's getting me out of here. Make up your mind.
Our courier's just all cool cucumber, sitting all chill at the steering wheel like, oh, now you want me to hit the gas.
Alright, so what do you want me to do? You want me to shoot first, or you got some other idea?
I have an idea, but you can go ahead and shoot first.
Okay. I'm
Actually, no. You know what? I might be. If, hmm. Okay, now go ahead. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do just yet. So go ahead.
He's like, nope,
Alright.
totally shoot him in the face before I do.
Alright, so we're gonna shoot this guy. He's
Okay.
a short.
So and you're shooting him, not the bike, right?
Maybe. Well, you can't.
I
don't think
would
it'd
rather
be
just
damage to the bike.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
the
know
problem
what
with
to do.
vehicle combat. Now, however, the person driving your car could totally attack their car with your car for collision damage.
Yeah, well, that's what I was
Well, I already
anticipating. You
had
might
that
do.
in mind. You can
Yeah.
try to shoot the guy off at first, though. Then
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
can worry about less of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna aim particularly at him. So
Okay, so you're aiming for him,
yeah,
and you're just like, come on, I got this. I figured out how this gun works. And you're taking a maneuver to aim because, why not?
sure. Because I'm just sitting there. Yeah. What the hell? Screen got all weird.
I guess for the moment, I'll rethink my anti-gun policy.
Yeah, it's hard to hit him with that palm stunner right now.
You could totally drive as close as you can and put your hand on his hand that's on the handlebar and fire off the palm stunner.
Right.
I had considered it.
All right, so let's do this there.
Okay, so you're going for the upgrade. I like that.
Yeah.
You're
why
just
not?
like, this guy seems serious. I want to make this guy disappear.
Yep.
Okay?
Ready?
Got it in there for you.
All right. Holy cow!
Oh, that
Wow! He's got the best body armor ever. As you know what it is, it's because your courier's like banging and banking up and down, and you're just like, can you hold this car steady?
Right? It's
I
like,
can
hey,
slow
I'm
it down
trying
for
to
you
figure
too
that.
if you want.
I'm trying to work this thing here. You're not helping.
Well, I could pull over, slow it down. That might give you a better shot.
Yeah, no, that's not really going to help much. I don't think.
Okay, so of course the shot goes stray, but you have 3 advantage, so something good does happen.
Yeah. I will give them give him a black and a black to the next one to go.
Okay. So he'll have a black dice, and the next guy to go will have a black dice.
Yep.
So what is our courier going to do?
I have a question. Like in this chase thing, if I were to suddenly cut the speed, would they have to do anything other than just say that they cut the speed, or would that actually make that difficult for them?
So in the vehicle combat chart, it's the decelerate. So decreasing speed by 1 or more, you suffer strain equal to the decreased speed -1.
Oh, okay. I do not have all that here after all. You put that in the Skype thing?
Yeah, it's the last picture I posted in the Skype. It's basically got a nice one-sheet breakdown.
Okay.
And they're definitely driving faster than you. As you saw how they zipped closer to you, you're like, oh shit, these guys are fast.
So they would have to, since they're moving faster to come up to us, they would have to either take damage to try to slow down to our speed, or some kind of maneuver to.
Or super cocky, go forward and, just kind of turn around and come back after you.
So if I were to knock back speed by 1, that would be 0. And if I wanted to do 2 all the way down to a dead stop, I guess that would be 1 string, right?
Yep. And as you see, your vehicle's got 4 damage threshold, 6 strain, and 1 armor.
Yeah.
You're pretty sure their vehicles have a lot less strain than yours.
Probably. So here's what I would like to do. Since that's a maneuver, I would like to basically sideswipe this guy and then cut the speed.
Okay, so you're actually wanting
basically kind of like hit the front end of his bike with the back of our car, and then basically knock the brake, and then basically hit the brakes.
Okay, so going
so it's
for
even if I don't hit him, I want him to maybe splatter on the back of the car. One or the
Okay,
other.
so minor
Or
collision.
both.
I like this. Okay.
So that first, and then hit the brakes.
Okay, so first let's do your action since that's the big one, which you're gonna ram into him. I like that.
Yes,
So
I will take 2 strain to use to aim, and then the maneuver is going to be to drive over there. Oh wait, decelerate itself is a maneuver. Never mind. Okay, so I'll just crash him.
Okay, so you're gonna hit him, which is gonna be a minor collision. So in minor collisions with Genesis, all vehicles involved in a minor collision roll on the vehicle critical hit, subtracting the vehicle's defense times 10 from the roll. So for you guys, it's going to be a critical roll for the vehicle minus 10.
Oh, that's it.
That's hey, well.
There's no damage done or anything.
Well, remember when you get hit with a crit, something can happen to your vehicle. Like the vehicle can be vaporized. It can shrapnel spray hits people. Bad things happen. The Genesis crit damage is different than Star Wars' crit table. So you basically, as your action, you're going to look at him, pull the wheel, and then slam to hit him. So you guys both have a nice little minor fender bender. Now it's just minor. It's not major. It's not one of the big nasty. You rammed into him like Mad Max on the side of the road style. It's just you clipped him, hoping he will get jacked up. Okay.
Okay. All right, that's not quite what it is hoping for.
So go ahead and roll me percentage, and you're going to be minus 10 since you have a defensive.
How do I put the minus 10 in there?
Just roll percentile, and
we'll just
because he's referring.
And I'll tell you on the chart what it is. I can.
Oh, okay.
I can show you as well what the chart is.
Yeah, but it's not. Yeah, it's not a built-in crit.
Yeah.
Roll.
Jesus, man.
Jeez.
Okay, so let me go ahead and.
That's fun.
As you're just like, you son of a bitch, and you just plow into the poor bastard.
I mean, he was waving a minigun at us, so.
There is the collision.
Yeah, I want to smush it.
Following that is the table for the vehicle. So just do me a favor and note minus 10. So you have an 87, which is the weapons damage, which thankfully your vehicle has no weapons on the outside. So basically, since it's just one of the weapons is compromised, one of your lights got ripped off, and it's all basically just superficial damage. It's not actual real damage. You just did lots of fender damage.
Wow.
Now, however,
dude, you scratched the car.
For this guy, let's see what he rolls.
100. Oh my God.
So he rolls a 4. He is rattled, and the vehicle suffers 3 system strain, and the pilot and each occupant suffer 3 strain.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty deadly for a low number.
So yeah, for a 4, that's pretty jacked up. Since your vehicle has only got 6 strain, so doing that twice to you guys would take you out of the road. So you clipped him, and it's making some horrible noise as there's the mufflers bouncing around, rattling, and he gets kind of exhausted. He's kind of you can see he's doing the shit panic recovery of the you son of a bitch. So did you want to do your maneuver now and slow your speed down?
Yeah, that's when I was gonna also basically just
spin 2 and
hit the brakes.
Okay, and you go, and you. So of course you're going speed 2, so you're basically going to take 1 strain, right?
1 strain on the car.
Because you suffer strain equal to the amount of the decrease minus 1. Because it's only if you're going batshit crazy is that a problem.
Right. So there's that, and then I'll make a roll, but I get a blue for the handling and a blue for what my buddy gave me there. So 2 more blues.
Okay, don't roll yet. Let me set your difficulty there.
Not yet. Is this the same difficulty as before?
It's basically just a average pilot roll.
Oh, so it's two purples.
2 purple, yep.
Okay. 2 purples against a 2. Yeah, I can. I think I can do this.
You feel very comfortable about that.
Sort of comfortable. You're never completely comfortable when you're rolling these dice.
As you see your fender go flying off, and you're just like, should we get out and get that?
Well, let me know when you're ready.
Go for it.
Scratched up the vehicle.
No! These dice are evil!
They are evil. As you know what it was, is you're kind of like trying to slow down after you hit the guy, because you're totally planning on just like banking your car and making him flip over and crash. And so you're doing a thing, and he's doing a thing, and you're both trying not to hit each other again. So, unfortunately for him, you kind of like lost control for a second there. That this is not pretty. As you kind of like biffed on another vehicle that must have been driving by at the exact same moment. And we'll say that you're going to be taking another minor collision. As you're just biffing into something.
No.
But you do have an advantage. How would you like to spend that advantage?
Advantage. Well, can I see what the collision is and then see if I can mitigate it somehow?
Okay, so give me percentile -10 and try roll like him, not like you did.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so solid 32. You know what it was that damage you thought was all superficial. You realize as you tinged off a like little noodle walk cart that come flying by and careened into you, and the guy's like shaking his hand, yelling at you. As you realize it must have been more than just fender damage, because it was actually that your hull has been damaged. So do me a favor and roll me another percentile.
Is that good or bad?
Yeah.
Well, it's Genesis. Low is always better.
Yeah, sure. Tell the bike dude.
So what's that mean?
Okay, so as you get kind of biffed, there's the whole, oh damn, something got broke on the car. So we're going to say at this point it's definitely going to say the hull of the ship, the car. So basically its armor is considered 0 at this point for any damage.
Oh man.
As you see, like, the fender that flew off, all of a sudden you see, like, structural pieces peeling off with it on the second impact. So on the little vehicle component chart, I'm going with the hull rather than brakes or in propulsion.
Oh, God.
I think you'd prefer it than the other two. As you're kind of wobbling, and you didn't really decrease in speed, by the way.
Nah, darn it. Okay, well, so I got no decrease in speed?
No decrease in speed.
You hit the floorboard, not the brake.
Darn it. Okay, so that really sucked. I have one advantage. You already gave some of them black dice, right?
Uh-huh.
I gave him a black dice, yes.
Okie dokie. Well, I am going to give the next one of them to go also. Well, actually, let me look at that table. Was there any good on that table? I think on that table.
Yeah.
I want to see something interesting. Give me something interesting to do.
As all of a sudden you realize one of your crumple zones crumpled. Then you're like, oh, shiznat. As totally, your courier's like, I told you we needed to get a cool paint job. This is just a reason to go to a chop shop and get a cool paint job.
Yeah.
Oh, how about this? the fast lane. Somehow I managed to I tried to do this, but I'd get in the flow of traffic, and it says gains a free fly drive maneuver.
Ooh.
For one
I'm gonna hit the
advantage.
fast lane. Yeah. So for that, let's say that instead of getting into the fast lane, I literally actually got into the opposite of the fast lane, which means that I failed to decelerate here, but then I take this opportunity, I try to duck into the traffic, and use that to kind of decelerate me, or try to flip into the other lane to get into the fast lane, to get into going the other way effectively. A real quick U-turn is what I guess I'm really trying to say.
Oh, you're trying to flip a bitch.
Yeah, that.
Ooh, are you sure you want to use that?
How hard is that to do?
Oh, it's not hard to do, but it does require 2 system strain on the vehicle.
Oof. Yeah.
Did you read the last sentence of that one?
We have 5. Well, we have 5. Okay, maybe
you're the driver, man.
All right, in that case, I'll just make another attempt at hitting the brakes.
You can totally go for it. I mean,
you're the pilot, man.
I'm gonna make another attempt at hitting the brakes. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, let me get your difficulty back to 2. Okay, so I've got your difficulty 2 in there. I don't got nothing else for you.
All right.
And you're going for the decelerate?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do that again.
Okay.
I can't possibly mess this up twice in a row, can I? Oh, I totally can.
Wow.
Unreal, man. Look at these purples. They keep coming crazy bad.
These purple on fire.
Oh, man. Okay, so I guess I still didn't do that.
Okay, so you kind of fell in. You tried to slow down, but you jumped into traffic, which is why that walk truck almost clipped you and kind of bounced off you again. And then you're just okay. And you kind of wobble and pop in sync behind it. So you're in the flow of traffic. And you're trying to slow down, but just as you're trying to slow down, you realize the flow of traffic speeds up and is not letting you slow down.
No. Okay.
And don't forget to take those 2 system strain on your vehicle there. So you're down to a 3.
Getting back to
so what would you like for those 2 advantages?
Come on, let's see here. Maybe I get just something good.
And remember, you've now done 2 maneuvers, so.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. Well, given that I ducked into traffic and this other car clipped me, it's a high-speed distraction to throw off that guy. To throw that guy off.
So a speeder zooming at high speed throws off one of the character's adversaries, disorienting him with the shriek of its engine and forcing him to dodge out of the way, adding an automatic threat to any checks that the hostile character makes for the remaining of the encounter. I like that. So basically the walk truck is screamed past them too, so they're a whole bunch distracted. Okay, your reckless driving is paying off. See how this works?
Sort of.
Okay, so needless to say, everybody's moving at the same speed. They're going to decrease to a 2, so they're already with you guys now in flow. He's going to try to just move up to the side where someone was trying to shoot at him, and he's going to shoot in the window.
Hey, no. My love. That's the armor-plated side, too, by the way.
Your vehicle has no defense.
I know.
So,
I thought it was no hull. No soap.
Well, no armor. Yeah, no armor defense.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, they just refer to it as defense for the vehicles. So he's gonna shoot at somebody in the back seat, which is gonna be one of 2 people. So let's see. First dice roll is gonna be your hostage.
Okay.
Second is the guy next to the hostage. Apparently, the bullets are going to be coming after your hostage.
Oh darn!
But let's see what
What a
the
shame.
difficulty is going to be. So we've got the next one of them had a black, so that's 3 black. As he's kind of like got one hand on the accelerator, and he's like got the hand against the pistol against his chest, and he's just going to go on full
Yeah, I need to
auto
call
because
that
he's
strain
pissed.
damage to the vehicle.
And he's got 1 threat. So we'll automatically figure in the 1 threat as he shoots his little machine pistol. Wow. As he hits her for 6 points of damage, and she screams and kind of throws herself against, our favorite little Dante there. She's just like, Maestro! And she just, like, you see blood spray in your face through her shoulder. Thankfully, only 1 bullet out of the dozen he put into the door made it in and got her. And he's gonna.
That's 3 threat, isn't it?
That's 3 threat. I'm gonna say you clearly hear his pistol go click 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 click, because automatic pistol. It's gonna run out of ammo fast.
Yep.
As you can clearly tell, he shot her. She's wounded. She's not dead. I mean, she
Yeah.
took some damage, but she's not dead. But she's got a bullet hole. 1 out of a dozen bullets made it through the door and got her in the shoulder. And she's just like, I've been shot. And she's got the little cute amount of blood come out the corner of her lips saying, save me. Tell your friend to hit the gas or hit the brake. Make up his mind.
He's trying.
And we'll flip to, what's a good button for out of ammo? We'll say that's the out of ammo button. As you clearly know, the guy went click click, and there's no way he's changing his magazine anytime soon, because he is way not high level enough to have one of those cool bandoliers that you go slap and it's got a round ready to go in the chamber. Those the speed rockers do exist, but he's not cool enough to own one.
That works.
He's gonna have to count on his Goombas. So the Goombas, speaking of the Goombas, will proceed to do the little thing here, and they're kind of like just shoot with they're gonna pull out their weapons, and that's gonna be their turn because they obviously took the cue from their boss to shoot everybody. So that's it for them. They're using their action to take a maneuver to drive and keep up with you guys, and then pull their guns out. On the plus side for you guys, they'll be shooting as one group. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Mm-hmm.
Until, of course, maybe their boss will say, give me your gun, you idiot. You know that's totally going to happen. If one of them gets shot and rolls advantage, he's going to throw his gun to his boss and say, catch it, boss.
Yeah.
You got this, big boss.
If there's a
So
chance.
we're going at 2, they're going at 2. Okay.
So who's taking the first spot? As you now know that the Goombas in the back have all reached into their big armored coats and whipped out their submachine gun pistols, and you're just like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Please
So
get one of these guys off of me.
I'm trying. He took strain, right? Or damage.
What, this gentleman?
The boss.
He ran out of ammo.
No, but earlier with the collision, he took damage, right?
Earlier he took strain.
Strain.
Yeah, he took personal strain.
Personal strain, not
Yeah,
vehicle
personal strain.
Oh, the vehicle did too.
Yep. The vehicle took 2 strain, but he took also 3 personal strain.
Right. Okay. You know, I'm gonna shoot the bike.
You're gonna shoot the bike. You're hoping for advantages, aren't you?
I'm hoping for anything.
Are you aiming?
I am aiming.
I know you're whispering a prayer. I can see that.
Oh,
And he
yeah.
is. So you're gonna like throw her against the seat and aim and shoot at the guy's bike?
Yep.
Okay, go for it. I'm really hoping to see advantages so you can stall his bike out, but that's just me.
Hey, I hit.
Okay, so you shoot the bike. You hear the Ka-ting! As you know, it's 7 points before soak.
Yep.
And let me double check because I do think it's just like Star Wars. It's vehicle range instead of personal range. Yeah. So it seems to like scuff the paint job, but just barely didn't do enough damage to actually do real damage. It's noticeable.
Oh, so it works like the variables of 10.
Yeah.
Ah, well, shit. Oh well. I thought the way things were going, it might have been different, but okay.
If it would, that would be awesome because that would mean vehicles have less soak than people.
Yeah. Well, it is just a little bike. I mean, come on.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Well, I know better for next time.
Okay. I was hoping for advantages so you could have cool shit happen.
Yeah.
Okay. So, driver, drive on.
Oh, jeez.
Drive on, baby
Alright,
driver.
let's see. Okie dokie. Well, what I would like to do is just, I don't know, spy like an alleyway over here on the side or something like that,
Okay.
and just literally like cut right over through it, to and through it, if possible.
So it sounds like another kind of dangerous driving.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you're like, damn it.
Before that happens, I'm gonna steal back the flip that he used and then use it myself. So really, I'll flip one, you flip one, but it's mine.
And you're just driving normal speed. I mean, everybody thankfully's got nice
Still
and
at
chill.
2.
Yep. So
Still at
it's
2.
ready 2 with an upgrade for you. And what's your handling? That gives you 1, right?
That's 1 also. So
Okay.
I get blue and the upgrade.
Got it all there in there for you.
Alright, come on, driver, drive. Oh,
Okay.
finally, a success. Okay.
Now, what would you like for the advantage as you're kind of pulling off over into an alleyway for a second?
I'm not pulling over to stop. I'm pulling to the alleyway to go through the alleyway.
You're trust me, you're barreling its full speed still. I mean, you can totally put on the brakes if you want. Now, mind you,
no,
this
not yet,
alleyway
I
is going to
don't.
be a little more difficult to drive in. There's going to be some black dice due to debris and stuff.
That's what I'm counting on.
Okay. So.
Okay, so I did my maneuver where I basically cut straight across to an alleyway, and for that that threat, can I get a strain back on my vehicle? Or is
not
that
on
a
your
personal
vehicle, but
strain
on
thing?
you. You can get a personal one
On
back.
me? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to worry about that then. What I will do is I will use it to make. I think I know what I want to do with it, but I keep pulling up the wrong thing. What I would like to do is use it to give the next one of them to go a black while chasing me.
Okay. So as soon as you make that slide over and that duck into the alley, boss guy kind of waves to his flunkies to go down and chase you guys down the alley. And you notice he just keeps going forward. You know, he keeps his forward momentum going. And then you see these two guys basically are going to follow right behind you. And they're gonna trust in their vehicle's handling. They're gonna trust in the vehicle's handling and a story point. And they are so glad that they slowed down to your speed and not trying this at the high speed that they normally drive at. Okay, let's see what's going to happen here. I have faith. I have faith in these guys. These are my jabronis.
I hope they crash.
Would be nice. Wow.
Oh, that's not fair. Why do their purples come up blank?
That's harsh, man. That's harsh. As they clearly go and follow you down the dark alley.
Darn it.
As you're
Oh, they're
one.
working together.
Yep. They're basically a minion group on 2 bikes.
Oh, but you forgot their black dye.
But he had the black dye.
Oh, because he was the next one to go. Darn.
Yeah.
But he didn't make a check, though. Does that make a difference?
It just means his next check he's gonna have a black dye. Why do you
Yeah.
think he was driving Miss Daisy slow in the traffic? He's just like grabbing his handlebars, going, "Oh shit! I shot the hostage! I shot the hostage! Oh shit! Let the guys take the credit for this if they crash into the wall. I need plausible deniability of why I shot the Cyberdoc." Okay, so you see that this alley has like, a nice left, it's a nice left up the thoroughfare. It's a good medium distance, then it turns both directions. So when you get to the intersection of the alley, are you planning on going left or right? So right would be going the same direction you were going. Left would be going back towards their chateau, shall we call it?
I'm gonna go left.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a double back sort of thing.
You're backtracking on them.
A little, because I want to go the opposite direction as the other guy went, so that
Yeah, the boss guy.
a little bit. I want to confuse him. So that will be my plan.
Okay, and for their 3 advantage, let's see. Action adventure wise, this really doesn't work, but totally we're going to say it works. They're going to go with Lucky Lift. The character nimbly leaps onto the back of a repulsor vehicle or otherwise gains free transportation unnoticed by the driver or of any lurking foes. So basically what happens is the guy jumps on the back of your car and lets his bike kind of like slam into some garbage cans and goes to a stop. So you'll only see one of them and you're totally like, oh, we lost one! So when they shoot at you, they'll just both be shooting at the same time. I like that. That's a cool, very nice descriptive thing. If he's hiding on the back of your vehicle while his buddy's trying to keep close chase to keep you guys moving. But you're going to be going ahead and give me a. Are you going to go first, or are you going to let Maestro go first?
You know what? I'm gonna go first this time.
Okay.
After this round is up, can I take a quick break? I need to check on this.
Sure. You want to do it before you roll? You can take a quick break now.
Okay, yeah, let's do that real quick. I just need to make sure.
As slowly we have a screen swipe as the guy's holding onto your rear view windshield wiper with this gun pistol ready to shoot inside the vehicle, and just like looks at the camera, and then we have a screen swipe. Okay, we'll take a quick break.
It's a commercial break.
Yep, perfect time for it. All right.
Okay,
be back in 5, guys.
Yep.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Yeah,
Welcome
Liz was having a little bit of panic, so I just wanted to check on her, make sure she was
Sure.
doing okay.
Well, I mean, if she's hearing about your driving here, I mean,
Yeah.
completely understand.
I know I'm panicked. I mean,
Who wouldn't?
Okay, so we don't need to really
Okay.
advance the map much, but you're in the alleyway. So I'm definitely going to need a
Yeah.
piloting check from you as you're just like, oh crap. And the alleyway is super, super full of crap of the human, the not human, and the virtual point, perceptive of people throwing crap out their windows and all that other crap going on. But on the plus side, you're
Yeah,
looking back
so-
in the rearview mirror, and one of the bikes is just crashed into some garbage cans.
Great. All right, one down. So my intention was the last round I ducked in. Now this round I want to actually accelerate at a point and head for that T juncture and slam it to the left at full speed now.
Okay, so you're going straight up to 3. You're not going to take any strain because it's 1 strain
It's just one.
minus the minus 1, so it's no strain on the vehicle to go up 1 rank. So you're now going at full speed. Now all piloting checks are going to be upgraded
To 3 purples, right?
3 purple. Yep. And it says you're zooming really fast, and you got a black die because of the crap in the alley, and a blue die because of the handling of the car.
Yes.
My hover don't crash. If it crashes, you don't crash it.
Now, here's a question. Since this is just really a maneuver, can I use my action to just focus in only on this, making these maneuvers and not like block everything else out?
So try to give yourself like a blue dice using your...
Like use it as like like using it to focus instead of pulling aside from the basic things that I described, aside from that, just focusing on the driving.
Okay, as those all sit, you get that driving tunnel vision of, I'm going to do this. I got this. Okay, so you want a blue for that? I'll give you a blue for that.
Yeah, if I can do that. And you know what? I'm just going to do that too.
You hear his driving gloves kind of creak on the stick. You know, he's just like, I got this. Having that baby driver moment where the tunnel vision of high-speed traffic hits.
Gotta make this turn. Gotta make this turn. Is it set?
It's set.
Oh. There we go.
Okay, so you immediately go, and you just like heat wash this whole alleyway. It's like people are like falling out of their little hobo tents that they've got, the little cardboard buildups. You know, some little, permanent shelters these hobos made in this alleyway just completely get flattened by the air wash coming out of your vehicles. You clearly make this turn nice. And you realize you're putting some space between you and the bike that's following you guys.
Unless he accelerates too.
Yep, so you have an advantage. How would you like to spend that?
Well, given my sudden maneuvering, I would like to use that advantage to give the next one of them a black die.
Okay, I like that. And thankfully, we're going to go ahead and do that. So that way I don't have to futz with the dice pool at all. It's just their skill that they're going to go against. And technically, I gotta say, since there's only one on the bike following you, that's only one minion in that group, technically.
Right.
So that technicality will help reduce his drivability. And survey says he makes the turn accelerating, and he's basically right on your ass still. You know, he's doing the chase, but he's taking... Damn, that's 2 threat.
These guys are like roaches.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm gonna say, let me look at that vehicle chart real quick for this 2 threat. Let's see if there's something juicy I can use for the traffic. 2 threats. Lose cargo really doesn't help in this situation for you guys. If on foot. Nope. You know what? I'm gonna go with for the two threat they lose their cargo as Maestro kind of looks back because he's getting ready to shoot that guy, and as he makes that turn with you guys, you see one of his saddlebags kind of get torn on some jagged garbage that was there, and you just see packets of drugs go flying in the air.
Yeah.
And immediately a bunch of the homeless and vagrant types that are in this alleyway look at it and they do that like, like somebody just threw money off a bridge. They start diving for this shit. And the
Hell
guy
yeah.
kind of looks back at the drugs and looks back at you guys. And he's having a moment of conflict of should I go back for the drugs or should I follow through? So we're going to do a quick roll just to answer for me of which he would do. So discipline of 2, average difficulty. Let's see if he basically thinks the drugs or the chop dog. And immediately you see him kind of like he immediately looks like he is going to be zipping around because he's not going to hit the brakes because his bike would die if he did that. He is zipping. He looks like he's going to turn around to go recover his drugs and start shooting some vagrants. At least that's what it looks like he's
Wow.
doing.
Poor vagrants.
And I think I went before Maestro did, by the way.
You did.
Mainly so that
yeah.
way you had something to shoot.
But that's okay. That's okay.
But then you see that the guy any second is going to peel off from you.
Alright. So I guess
Now, don't you go chasing after those packets too?
Discipline roll for you to lick your lips and wipe your face and dive out the door.
right. But I guess I'll slap patch our chick.
Aw, as you look at her and she looks at you and you wipe her blood splatter off your shirt and slap a patch on her so you can just look, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine.
You better be.
I look at you
Smiley
and
slap
I
patch.
look at her in the rear view and I gag in my mouth a little bit.
No, that's totally the old tofu that hit your windshield and the smell came wafting in the car.
Oh, that must have been it.
Yeah, that's my only slap patch, so she better be alive. And well,
Okay, she gladly enjoys healing up those points because that was some valuable points there. So, top of the order. Or wait, is it? Had to maneuver. Guy's gonna go back, but his buddy is gonna pop up ominously. As you're patching her, you just realize that there's the shadow on the back window of the guy
Yep.
kind of popping up just enough where you can see his studs on his jacket and blots out the light behind of the other hover cycle. And he's just gonna open fire on you guys. Gonna give him
Nice.
a black die. He's gonna shoot on full auto. He's gonna try to hit both of you guys. I'm giving him a black
Oh,
die
wow.
because he's clinging to the back of a hopper.
I have a defensive one also.
No,
I
he's
do
mainly
not.
shooting at the folks in the back seat.
Oh, okay.
Oh, gotcha.
He's not crazy enough to shoot the driver of a vehicle he's holding onto that's flying at maximum speed. We all die then.
Right.
Okay, and nobody's gonna click on nothing?
Is there anything to click on?
There is now.
Oh, I thought we were out. I was like, didn't even bother to look.
No, you got 2 of them now.
Oh,
Okay,
wow,
and he
that's
is now a
neat.
minion group of 1.
Hello?
Are you there? Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought I lost you. My bad.
The way you said hello, I was getting worried. I was like, uh-oh.
Well, it got quiet for a second, and
There's that ominous moment where I'm worried about this just gunning everyone down in the backseat of the car.
We're nervous about that, too.
And survey
Oh, thank
says,
goodness.
all of a sudden, you guys just,
Wow.
he kind of pops up and just goes, and just like empties his gun. And then you hear this harumph sound as obviously it wasn't a person, it was totally a garbage can that you guys kind of bounced off of. And he goes flying through the air off the back of this full speed. Because I'm sorry, for 3 threat, you go flying off the full speed hopper.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you kind of like look where the windshield's all shot to shit, and not a single bullet managed to pierce and hit anyone. And the guy kind of like flies and hits a wall, and you kind of see him do the whole Wile E. Coyote smear down. You're thinking he probably needs emergency medical attention. He may be alive, but he's definitely hurt.
Hmm.
So basically, at the end of that round, you guys realize the guy on the hover cycle chasing you had to like flip a Yui without slowing down because he didn't want to risk, stalling out. And he's heading back, shooting at people going after his drugs because, he's probably going to be delivering that shit. And the other guy
Probably.
is just like oozing onto the ground.
All right. So with that, I will take us back into a decent street and get to a decent speed.
Okay, so before you do, you're still in the alley and you're still at a high speed.
Yes. Well, it is my maneuver. Yes. Or
Yep.
my turn.
If you want to go ahead and do
Yeah.
your
So-
piloting roll.
Yes, I will. I will knock it back. I will decelerate.
It's totally
To make
too
it a little
cruel of me
easier
to
on
hit a story
myself.
point and make you guys get stuck running in the alleyways with a hostage after turning back towards the building you ran from.
Well, I will correct that soon enough.
Yeah.
So yes, I will. I'm going to decelerate, so the piloting checks is back to a more reasonable number.
Okay, so you're going to decelerate to speed 2, which means no strains since you don't have to worry about that.
You know what? Actually, I think I will decelerate to a 1, and I'll take that strain.
Ooh. Okay, so
Make
go
it
ahead,
an easy check.
go ahead and give me your
I want
piloting
a
check,
nice,
because you're
easy
just letting
check.
you're slamming the brakes and you're just hearing the jets shoot air forward. So there's this like cascade of newspapers and things. As
Boys.
sounds like the dice are saying exactly what you were saying you wanted to do. 3 successes, 2 advantage, and 1 big damn triumph.
Yes.
So I'm assuming for the triumph, you want to say that you're getting into traffic nice and smooth, all driving Miss Daisy style.
That's right. I want to just have just smoothly pull back out, start heading back in the correct direction, like it's no big deal, and yeah.
You got some instant gray man karma going on where you're blending in with the environment. So what do you want for your 2 advantages?
Exactly. Well, for the 2 advantages, I can't take strain back on the vehicle. So, do I have any strain? Oops. Well, you know what? I think I'll take those strain. You know what, though? I would like to use those advantages to translate to a social check with this girl because I need to talk to her about her brother.
Ooh, okay. So you guys, screen swipe as you guys pull out in traffic, and you guys kind of, Maestro's constantly looking back, and it seems super normal, which is just bad traffic, lots of honking and fish shaking out windows, or super calm clone drivers that have no expression while they're driving their boss around.
Hmm.
So what is the social check you're going to go for with her? Which, by the way, you already have a blue for saving her life. And already an upgrade, by the way, because, he did slap a slap pack on her.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And another upgrade for your 2 advantage.
Okay. So what I would like to just do is I would like to try to. I think I'm kind of aiming for charm here because I want her to calm down and trust us and have a rational conversation.
After all this insane gunfire.
After all the freaking out, I want a calm, cool, rational conversation where after all this, she trusts us and is willing to actually talk this through.
Yeah, we got
Okay.
this.
You got this. So I got a blue and 2 upgrades on your side. You totally got this.
Depending on how hard it is, that is.
Well, it's just against her discipline. I mean, she went to med school. She can't be that disciplined.
She's also, been fried out on stuff, so. Okay, let's see. Cooperation.
Okay.
All right. Cooperation.
So you can totally see the blue dice were with you on this. That she wants all these good things and these upgrades all have rolled together. So she's realizing that, your friend that jumped out of the car at high speeds was kind of weird, and Maestro's kind of weird, but his heart's in the right place. And our driver knows what he's doing compared to the other vehicles that she saw crash and stuff, and managed to not get shot or killed or, driving crazy fast and then slowly driving in traffic in that calm manner that just relaxes everybody. And then, of course, at that point, she realizes that she needs to put her seatbelt on. And she kind of like prims herself. She pulls the spent patch off, that did its job and healed her up some. And she just like tries to get a little prim and proper looking for you so she's more presentable, as opposed to the hairs every direction on her head right now from the running and the crazy and the driving. And she
Well, I'm going to give her. Good.
And Esme is totally receptive to you after you guys have that nice 3-minute breather in the car before, Dante tension breaks with some charmingness.
Yeah, I wanted to, politely give her a moment to compose herself. So I'll wait for her to be ready. And then when it seems like she's ready, then I'll start with, okay, so you've said that your brother is dead, that you know this to be true. Now, Maestro and I, we had contact with him just before we came to get you.
And
so
she kind of looks at you like, she's like, she gives you that look of like you're lying, right? She's kind of hopeful you're not, but you're lying, right? You have to be lying. I mean, because there's no way that you could be telling the truth. I'm totally just putting a backdrop up, by the way.
Cool.
So you're getting some cyberpunk city street scene there. As she's like, my brother's dead. I was shown a video of him being shot, and they brought a chunk of his DNA, and I tested the bloody rag myself, and it was his DNA.
They could get that blood from a lot of different ways, but when I spoke to him, he was tweaked out, but he was totally alive when I spoke to him. Now, Maestro, back me up here. Now, unless this was like a great hoax, he's alive. So, we had his contact number, right? We can get in touch with him?
You had a dead drop number, yep.
Yep.
Yes. Okay, so let's get in touch with him. We'll see for yourself.
And what would you like for those 4 advantages, by the way?
Well, let's see. I can, the successes, well, 2 successes, so this will last a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Affect unexpected subjects. Okay, I would like this sort of charm trust thing to apply to her brother as well when we find him. That he too will trust us.
Okay. And I will throw that out there to Maestro. You guys recall when you saw him on the holovid? The dude has a lot of chrome. I mean, he's been cyberjacked up. If they gave her a bloody rogue, Maestro's of the opinion of, honestly, he's been cut enough times to be upgraded. He's left enough DNA across this city,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Which she could probably think of if someone suggests it, but she's just in panic mode. So she's kind of shutting down those higher thoughts and going with the obvious. She's seeing hoof prints that say her brother's dead, and she's going along with them instead of the fact that it's a zebra. So you basically, which one of you guys is going to call his contact number?
Well, so before we get to that, shortly after we are leaving the alley, I wanted to kind of do something.
Okay.
So I want to throw out a basically an APB notice on the net, police net for the bike thugs for that location
Oh, okay.
with the description of the leader.
Okay, so go ahead and give me your networking computers roll. And do you have something that lets you downgrade that?
I'm looking here. Let's see. Defensive, ready for.
While he's looking real quick, how many advantages do you want for my charm to apply to her brother as well?
It'll take 3, so you still have one banked.
Okay, for the one, I'll just take a point back.
Okay. Because you're stressing that driving you were doing. But the important thing is, you didn't let him see you stress.
Right. Let's see.
It may have been stressful, but you didn't let him see you stress.
Okay, so I can remove black from my hacking.
Okay, and you already have that in there, right?
I think so. Let me double slip over there real quick. I do. Actually, I got, 2 black.
Okay, perfect. I knew you had something like that, so I just wanted to make sure you had it set to automatically deduct.
Yeah, it's already set up. Yep.
Because I have it in on my side, and I don't want to feel bad and jip you. Because I know you can bypass that in the hack. So go ahead and make your roll, as you're posting an APB for these guys.
Yep. All right. Goddamn.
Damn. So as you're trying to, there must be like lots of info going on with the cops right now. It's your typical bad Thursday night where most of the gangs are having war before weekends. And so the APB's not going through. But something else great is happening and something good is happening with your 2 advantage and your triumph.
Right.
That's cool.
Right.
So, I mean, you could totally put something out for something else about them.
Or you could
it's
make
just
sure
not
that
in regards to the police.
Us in there.
It's just in regards to the police with an APB. That hack didn't work for some reason.
Right.
Maybe because you just kind of phoned it in real quick, but something better happened,
Make sure we're clean, maybe.
I mean, for the 2 advantage, I'll totally clean up that you cleaned any video of your vehicle during this whole kerfuffle.
That'll work.
Okay, so you get none of those deduction cards printed in your car for 2 points off your license.
Yep.
Okay.
And then Triumph, huh?
Triumph. What would you like to use the Triumph for? I'm like, let me pull my phone out and see if there's anything vehicle related that you'd be interested in. Let's see. Fortunate accident. Oncoming speeder strikes one of them.
Oh, yeah, that guy who was getting away and got
the guy that was basically trying to get ahead of you guys. You could totally, while you were on the police cameras trying to get a picture for the APB, you could totally change the light, and you caused him to have a crash.
We could do that, or I link to his vehicle computer and shut it down.
Okay, thereby causing a crash?
Yeah.
Okay. Thereby causing the lamest crash ever. Wow. I rolled a 3 for his crash.
That's that same strain one, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's the rattled, yeah.
Yeah, so that's another.
So basically
6.
His vehicle hits and his bike conks out after he kind of softly fender bends somebody, but because of the earlier strike, totally causes his engine to go into emergency shutdown mode.
Oh.
And as you got a great picture of him standing next to his conked out bike, getting yelled at by some little old lady while her clone driver is like, "Ma'am, please stay in the vehicle. Vehicle laws require you to stay inside while on the road. I will be forced to deactivate our car if you don't get back in, ma'am."
Nice.
And the guy's just like, he kind of like shakes his gun at one point, realizing it's empty, and he keeps it in his little holster on the side, not wanting to flash it because he knows he's out of ammo.
All right. So
So you get to
that
see
worked out.
stupid, ridiculous, camera shot. Which, by the way, you can take a picture of that for future use if you need it.
Sure.
As you're just like, ha! If only the cops would have accepted the APB on this guy.
Right. All kinds of
Okay.
evidence.
So you guys have
All right.
made pretty much a clean getaway with her. You totally
Yep.
doubled back, so nobody, suspected that. They all saw the vehicles take off the way they did. And, a clean getaway because one guy's going after the drugs because he knows he's a dead man if he loses any. So he probably got tore up by a good, 40 hobos wanting the drugs.
And the other
And
got
then-
splattered.
And then the other 20 hobos that are protecting the hobos that he's beaten up. And then the guy that did not survive his crash.
Yeah, and they're probably taking his boots and clothing and
His boots were gone in 5 seconds. His gun quickly after. Meanwhile,
Yep.
their boss is sitting there in an intersection getting yelled at by people for fender bending this rich old lady. So
Nice.
So where are you planning on going to stop to make
Well,
the
we're
call, or are you on the road while you're making the call?
we're gonna stay on the road. I'll pull the tablet, my pad out to do the call with, and so she can see it and everything.
Okay, so you immediately get your data pad out. You've got the number already all preset in there, and you do the little bloop 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 bloop, and you'll notice in a sec the map will change because it's helpful for you guys seeing the map change, because you guys are currently down in the La Costa district. So you're just like way over here in the not nice area of the nice part of town. Actually, it's over here, past the plots.
Mm.
So you picked her up and you immediately call the phone and you get the automated answering service. But it does give you the option when it gives you the, you can text a message, voicemail a message, or it has an extra pop-up option saying, please enter your information. So basically, what number are you calling from? Now, our techie guy, being the techie guy he is, he knows that sometimes people can leave additional messages. So
Right.
if you give him the number that he was given to call you guys, which is not your actual data pad, but it's the boss's
Right.
number,
Yep.
it's the 1-800 need help.
Yeah.
Are you
yeah,
gonna put
definitely
that in?
not giving him my stuff. So yeah.
Okay,
Give
so
him
you
that.
put that in, and immediately the little electronic hollow server that pops up, he's like, just one moment. I see for your number we have additional information. And immediately it pops up with a little pop-up that says, location pin. And it's basically, just your typical lock GPS thing that you would hit, and it pops up the "this is where I am" information. Which, by the way, our hacker knows that easily you can hack these to make them go to not where you're actually at, but where you want to meet at.
Oh yeah.
So it's
Bouncing
not
off of
100% secure, but it's usable.
Right.
But it's basically the advanced version of Find My Phone. But if you know a good hacker, you can turn it to just dropping a pin.
Yep.
So you go ahead and click it.
Sure.
Okay, so immediately when you click it, you get a ping in the warehouse subdistrict of the Manta district. Which, on one hand, is a good thing because it's halfway towards your base. It's where you'd normally be heading back at the end of the day. But
that's where we have. Is that where we're supposed to drop her off?
Basically, you're getting the idea from the ping that he's giving you his location, but he can't talk right now.
Well, that's
Right.
him. Are we supposed to drop her with him and then he goes into custody or something like that? Is that the
The
deal
plan
again?
is
It's
you're
been a
supposed
while.
to deliver her to him, and from there, you guys would make sure he gets into police custody.
Oh, okay.
So the first part
essentially-
is you have to get him to her, or get them together, before
Yeah.
he'd cooperate, because he was so tweaked out that that was his number one stipulation. He's not coming out of hiding until you get his sister safe.
Okay.
And you can totally opt to leave a voicemail if you want. If you want her to say something just as like proof of life kind of thing.
Sure, I'll do
Might be
that.
wise.
Just yeah, and I tell her just
Oh.
keep it short. Tell her just
Or-
basically speak that you're secure or something, but keep it real simple.
And
Make
she-
sure we're not being traced first, or it's not fake.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
well,
that sounds like a
Yeah.
computer's roll. Is somebody gonna roll for that?
yeah. Well, I mean,
Now,
I got
which thing are you gonna
anti-hacking
go
stuff,
for?
so
The trace, if you're being traced, or if it's legit?
I want to make sure we're not being tricked
Okay.
or traced, but probably tricked is worse. That's
Those are
my
two
opinion.
different
I don't know.
rolls, though, so that's why I want to check.
Which do you think is more important, Maestro, that we not get tricked or that we not get traced?
You know what Maestro's gonna say. Trick me once,
I mean,
but don't track my pad.
right? Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely don't want to get traced. So, and I mean, I basically have shit that protects me from that stuff or alerts me if that stuff's happening potentially. So,
So go ahead and give me your anti-hacking roll first. Look how I put everything in your advantage for you.
It's all in our court now.
It's good that you're paranoid. It is.
all right. So let's see here. Sorry, I'm looking at my stuff here.
No problem. Because this is a slightly different roll than you normally do, so it's definitely understandable to check those talents.
Yep.
Those talents will totally make the difference between being an ace or just kind of phoning that in.
All right, so with Sentinel, so I have Sentinel software. The Sentinel is one of the number of basic over-the-counter types of Sentry ice used by corporations that see cybersecurity as a regrettable drain on their profit margin. Program strength 3 affects if a character attempts to break this ice and fails. Okay, so that's if they're trying to break in. So I'd be notified. Basically, it's a strength 3. I'd be notified if they're trying to attempt to break this ice.
If somebody
to hack me.
hacks you, it pops up with the "You've been hacked. You've been hacked."
Yeah.
Or in this case, the Jurassic Park. No, 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 no.
Someone's messing with Marie.
Yeah.
Someone's messing with Marie.
And my other items are for breaking ice. Defensive sites up. When attempting to defend a computer against intrusion, or when someone attempts to break a computer owned or programmed by your character adds black to their opponent's check. If your character has access to the computer system when the intrusion takes place, they are automatically aware of the intrusion.
Because you're just like, no, no, no.
Yep. So I got software and basic intrusion. So let's see. So this is SysOp skill.
Yep.
There we go. Are we ready?
Yep.
Ooh.
And immediately you're just like, nobody's tracing us. That's, if anyone was tracing us, I would know this. But what would you like for your 2 advantage? I like how I switched channels there.
Yep.
As she's about to grab your data pad and start gushing her guts out for her brother.
Yeah, so somehow the advantage is, I keep her short on the message.
Okay, because you can immediately tell that she's ready to start gushing. If her brother is in fact there, she's about to start gushing to him of what's going on.
Yeah, no. Basically, I look at her and tell her, short, that you're safe, and we're out.
And immediately you kind of like do that whole, hey, keep it concise, keep it short. You give her that rolling finger look of wrap up the call, as you're just like,
no details.
No details. As I'm putting the picture of your car before it was shot up on the map. And she's just like,
such a nice car.
as she like immediately nods at you, like, yeah, you're right. And she's basically, she says some phrase that you obviously think is some kind of sister brother code, that she's okay. It's like that time you fell out of the tree, type of thing, and that you're getting that she's meaning some kind of code to him, and I am going to break your leg if you are not dead. You better call us back at the number that this gentleman provided for you, because we need to get together and get the heck out of this city if we can, because the Chrome Mogwais are not gonna put up with this. And then you give her the little wrap it up hand sign, and she just like
Yeah.
nods yes, and she's just like, call us back, or and she kind of gestures at the pin location, like, are we going? She gives you that silent look message of, are we heading there? Should I say that? And with your advantages, you can totally cut her off if you want, or you can.
I'll cut her off.
Okay, so before she says that, you just give her the whisper thing, and you hit the button, and she's just like, okay, and she's totally cool with the fact of like she's not, she noticed that she's not big on streetwise or espionage, so she's like looking at the hacker dude and the courier dude who can get where he needs to go, and just like, is your friend okay that jumped out of the car?
Yeah, he'll be fine. He's a tough fella.
He jumps out of cars all the time. That's his thing. And then basically she's super cooperative with you guys, and she's just, she looks around and asks, of course, if there's a first aid kit. Does anyone need first aid at 10? I'm pretty good at doing emergency medicine if need be. She's like ignoring the 1 point of wound she has left from the bullet hole, because she's astounded that Maestro was not shot when that gunfire went through the windshield.
Yeah, no, I'm feeling fine, man.
As a bullet secretly deflected off your spinal cover.
Like, I'm all good.
As I'm driving, I'll just say, so far, so far so good.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do. Hopefully,
But
we
hey,
can get him
the
picked
day's
up.
still early. Yeah.
And of course,
if we can swing and pick them up rather than have to go into any scary places, that'd be ideal.
Okay, so the yellow-orange box is the one where his location is. So you guys, just driving all casual that direction?
That's right. Drive casual, straight, as well as direct to it is a reasonably safe route.
Okay, and Dante, you do notice while you're working on it, the BIP does move. So it must be giving real-time telemetry of someone's location.
Is it moving significantly, or
it moves
just kind of
as if it was like
area?
somebody walking on city streets? Because
Okay,
it's taking natural people pattern movement.
Okay.
Basically like walking on sidewalks or on, because of course the sidewalks got multiple layers. So it's basically walking along public access.
Is it a 3D map? Can I see what level it's on?
Unfortunately, it's not. It's just a straight up, and it's a pin on a 2D map. The 3D portion doesn't really give that good of resolution. It's just, you pretty much think it's a strong enough signal. It's surface or higher, and not underground. Because usually when there's underground stuff, you'll see the bips disappear every now and then when you go by like networking wires and things like that. They'll kind of zip out for a second before reconnecting.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
I
I'll
will
continue
start
heading
working.
in that direction. Is it consistently going in one direction, or is it going like around?
It seems like it's going in one direction, because it looks like he popped out of the Manta district and was moving into Stalingrad area.
Okay, so what I'd like to try to do is actually kind of take a slight detour and go get like ahead of it, and then head back toward the direction it seems to be going.
Okay. So you basically, as I squish the car, going, you're jumping right into Robot Garage District to kind of get ahead, and then you're basically going to head this way, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I basically want to kind of I want to get in front, then head toward the direction. Go as if we're heading toward each other.
Okay, because in Stalingrad it's very, very urban.
Yeah.
So you basically are zipping in, and you notice there's a distinctive cultural change, because you were in the nice agricultural plots, which is basically your farm country, which has the low labor, and now you're in the more businessy district, and Stalingrad's very, very apartment row type of feel, as you're seeing wider roads, which is nice because multi lanes of traffic because people live here and they go to work and stuff in the other districts. So you guys are getting close. Are you trying to? Do you try calling it again?
I
No,
was
but
just about to advise that you try to call them.
yeah,
again.
no. I am actually running cameras in the area of the blip, trying to make
Oh,
visual
even better.
contact.
Ooh,
Even
okay,
better.
okay. I like that. That's a
We
that's a
kept you
good
around
one.
for a reason.
There's a reason I got skills.
Okay, let's pull that up there. Is you're basically hacking it now? Are you doing the civilian stuff or the police and corporate stuff?
Starting at the lowest level, and if I don't seem to get anything, I'll move up.
Okay. And you got an upgrade there?
Yep.
All right, go for it. So
All
immediately you're
right.
starting with the public works cameras and the civilian company camera, the civilian, cameras. So you're
Yep.
just like, these are the ones that shouldn't be that difficult. So you
Correct.
basically run through what either has crappy resolution or is just easily hacked.
Yep. Just need to make some kind of visual confirmation on them.
All of those Ring doorbells start turning on across the city.
Exactly.
They really
All
need to
right.
get better security.
Here we go. Like
Okay.
that.
So believe it or
Wow.
not, while you pop off with the regular home security, there must be a lot of paranoid folks with security cameras so they can watch their property from work. And you are immediately finding a track record of this guy because you remember what he looks like. I mean, you've got a still from the Hollow conversation.
Right.
And you see this guy he's trying to look as straight laced as he can, as he's kind of like stumbling across the town. As you can tell he's physically, he's either injured or he's high. It could be either or. I mean, Maestro understands these things. It could be one
Or
or
all
the
the
other.
above.
Yep.
Or all the above.
And believe it or not, for the most part, he manages to keep himself looking serious enough while he's walking around public areas that he's not drawing any undue attention. But then on your camera search, you're finding him he'll fall into a dark spot behind a dumpster and just
Right.
grab his side and start retching like it hurts, or he's having to come down from some drugs, and he's basically walking on the streets keeping it straight.
Okay.
And you do realize that the bips on the map are registering with the cameras that you're finding.
Okay.
So it does seem legit that you're tracking his current GPS on his datapad. What would you like for the 3 advantage? There is something I've got if you'd like it.
Sure. I'll take it. I trust you.
Okay. So as you basically, you look back at nobody's tracking my datapad, and you kind of are watching the videos, and then you flip to a couple cameras behind him because that little hint of paranoia is in the back of your head, and you immediately notice that you do believe that someone else is tracking his datapad, because when you flip the camera a safe distance back, you're seeing 3 gentlemen that seem to be wearing some it looks like street functional clothes, but not gang clothes. They have no obvious gang tats, but it looks like serviceable stuff you could see in a good neighborhood or a bad neighborhood as somebody who's got armored clothing.
Okay.
And the 3 of them seem to be communicating with each other from a couple of the clips that you see. They've obviously got earbuds that they're talking to each other, and they're blending in really well. So you're thinking this is not like gangbanger shit. This is either professional runners, or possibly you get this tickle on the back of your neck thinking maybe these are cops.
Okay.
And that kind of reminds you of during your briefing about the he's going to be snitching on dirty cops.
Yep. Yep.
So you think that while you aren't being tracked, you think that these guys are tracking him too. But then again,
All right.
he had to put on his GPS for you guys to find him. So it was kind of the risk reward that he did of, I want to get my sister, so I'm willing to risk my life.
Right. All right. Well, I'll briefly kind of make some comments out there. It's trying not to let her in. But yeah, we got some trouble coming.
I mean, I'm gonna try to say it in this, in a way that keep her calm. But in a nutshell, they're basically walking along, like shadowing him. Is that
Yeah.
what is that how I
You
understand?
use a
Okay,
little street lingo on him.
how far ahead of them is he?
There's 3 of them total, and they're basically using almost procedural tracking tactics. So, like, 2 are following, and 1 is always trying to leapfrog ahead. Sort of
Okay,
like when
so
undercover cars follow you, that they rotate who's chasing and who's trying to get ahead, and then we'll double back if they have to.
okay, so here's what I want to suggest we do. I want to take a look at the path he's taking. I want to try to intersect him perpendicularly from alley. Try to like drive up to an alley, pick him up, like basically like cut in front of him, have him dive in, and then go straight through the alley to like minimize and just like so that they like turn a corner or something. It's like not there anymore.
So
Like try to like ghost him.
So Maestro does know this guy's kind of walking in a very haphazard way. Like, he doesn't really know where he's going. He's just following the people. It's got that herd mentality going.
Yep.
But that
Okay.
definitely sounds like you're wanting to do something that's based on Streetwise, or I will even give you, let's say, Drive, or what's still skill?
The main thing is if he's following traffic, I just need to know is he on like if he's on that thoroughfare.
Mm-hmm.
If the basically where can I estimate that
Yeah,
is going to go?
I got you. The problem is he doesn't really know where he's going, so there's that kind of free flow of the people. But give me a skill check, and you tell me which skill you're using for your traffic knowledge. Like, I'll even take Drive, because you know the way the traffic is in that area. When he tells you,
That's what I'm
hey,
thinking.
he's
Yeah.
heading into Stalingrad, and you're just like, hey, I know that area. I know a shortcut.
The shortcut or the common way people tend to travel through there.
Like, everybody
something
goes
like
past Jorge's Piorgis,
Yeah, like what's the one-way street situation there?
So give me a roll. It's going to be hard with a little bit of setback because he doesn't even know where he's going. That's one of the hard parts. Is he's kind of following the crowd as much as he can, and then he dives into an alley to wheeze and cough without looking like he's wheezing and coughing. Because he'd hate to be arrested or picked up by a local gang from the wrong neighborhood. Okay, let me get that in there for you. Okay, your pool
make
is
sure I
ready.
find this guy right.
And if you have any talents that give you shortcuts and stuff, I will let you throw those in.
I don't think so.
I don't think you've gotten those yet.
No, nothing.
Yet being the
Nothing like
appropriate
that.
word.
The only thing, the thing that might help is that I'm unremarkable, so that if somebody sees us, they might not recognize us.
If somebody sees the driver, it's going to be just some guy driving a car.
Exactly.
When it comes to being spotted on camera, that's handy too.
Yes.
Just some other moke driving.
Yep, it's just some guy. Yes, he calmly pulls his cap down. Okay, so immediately you're like, if he's heading into Stalingrad, I dated some gals in that neighborhood, and I totally know from the one bike courier job I had that everybody goes through this certain little, it's like an open food court area that you basically all the thoroughfares are made to channel people through. And there's a couple good kidnapping / ambush spots that you've been warned about, because being a courier, you don't want to be stuck in one of these, choke points. It's a thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of those, if you know when your hackles should be up, because this area is known for kidnapping for sex slaves or whatnot. So know a place where you can pull into the alley and just watch, and he will eventually come by.
Yeah, I just want to be as close to where he will be as possible so he can just jump in the car and we go.
Okay.
Without attracting any attention. That's what I like to try.
Okay, so you guys basically nestle your car into one of the conveniently open alleys where nobody's going to give you any crap. You start people watching, and you see the folks going about doing their daily thing. The beautiful Slavic food smells are hitting you. All the boiled cabbage,
And
all the
so
boiled everything.
what I say to her is that unless I say so, you do not get out of this car. He gets in, you don't get out. Understand?
And she gives you that affirmative nod of, she looks over at the bullet holes and she's like, I don't want to get out of the car. you know,
Unless
I,
I say so.
and she's wholeheartedly agreeing with you on this. Okay, so go ahead and now, is Maestro using the cameras to watch as well?
Yep.
Okay, so give me a combined perception check between the both of you.
Dicky?
What would the combination of the two of you guys be?
I'm a
I
yellow, 2 green.
That's also what I have.
Okay, so basically someone's going to get a blue dice to their roll.
Yeah. Oh.
I can't end a game with 2 points on my side. Come on.
Right.
So you guys are basically doing a stakeout. She's kind of nervous, which is why there's a story point being used against you guys, because she's kind of distracting. She's kind of hungry. Maestro senses she's probably come down off whatever fix she's had, and there's lots of people. It's a crowded street.
Sure. So who wants to do it? You or me?
As pretty much everyone's eyes
the dice have been
peeled.
hating both of us lately. I don't care. If you feel good about it, you make it.
I never feel good about it, but sure. What the hell?
Okay.
Wow.
Nice.
So what would you like for your triumph? Because yes, you do spot him as he's walking up.
So here's what I had in mind before you get to decide what to do. Here's what I had in mind. He'd be walking along and stuff like that, and they'd be falling. I'd like to just slowly pull out, and then like right up next to him, and then hey, get in. He dives in, and we just keep going, as if like nobody's the wiser. Nobody sees it. That's what I had in mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what you want to use your triumph for?
Yep. We basically kind of pull slowly with the flow to next up to him, and then the windows down and kind of pop the door and like, hey, so he can see her.
And the best part is he kind of has like a ball cap on, and he's got his collar popped up, which is why it was so difficult to spot him in the first place. And immediately she kind of just does the pleading eyes, and she kind of like makes this squeak noise that is probably something you've heard your little sister make in the past when you were kids. And he like immediately incognito, he's undercover, he's wearing clothes that are not his, he's swapped out, he's done all the tricks that he's been taught to keep incognito, and he looks over just in time to see her eyes pull up to his as you're pulling up really nice and slow. And then Maestro, you're popping the door open.
Yep.
And he immediately kind of like tries to pile in over your lap, or are you putting her so he sits against her, or does he have to scooch over your lap?
Well, I'm sitting on one side, she's in the middle, so he's going to come into the empty seat. So basically just reaching across.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to make that awkward or anything.
No.
Okay, and I'm going to add a quick upgrade to a roll real quick.
And then, so basically, and then once he's in, I want to just casual get out of there.
Okay, so clearly, when you guys kind of like look around, because even he kind of like looks through the back window, even though he shouldn't. If you're being incognito and never look around, it's that instinct that draws predators' attention. That predator gene helps you spot people that are scared.
Yep.
And obviously, the crowd doesn't really react to you guys having him pop in and close the door, and then you slowly pull out. And I will give Maestro, since he did roll a triumph for that as soon as you guys start pulling off and Maestro kind of like looks in the rearview mirror type of thing, or through one of the cameras you were using, you notice that all three of the gentlemen that you identified as following him, because obviously your cameras prove they're following him for a while, all three get a phone call, it seems, or a communication through their earbud at the exact same moment. and they all kind of like run together as a group and start talking between themselves. So
Do
someone
I
is
see the
notifying
steward,
them of
just
something.
Maestro?
Just Maestro. You're trying not to run over drunk people with pierogies.
Right.
Yeah, and I want to get basically as soon as they wouldn't be suspicious, get the heck out of here at a pretty good clip.
Hit the fast lane and get the hell out of here. Okay, so
Pretty
where are
much
you
head
guys?
straight for where we're supposed to go.
So where are you going? And he's of course.
I think our goal is to end up hooking up with the cop friend of
Dante.
what's his name? Yeah.
That was what
was
you
gonna
guys were thinking,
complete
was
our
taking
mission,
him to
right?
Dante.
To Dante, that's me.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
not to
not
Dante,
Dante,
to
but
Darwin.
yeah.
Darwin's cop friend.
Darwin.
That was one of the thoughts.
Yeah.
Or you could just I mean, he's not here, so that's kind of hard to know what to do with that. Call our boss and just say, where do you want him? We'll take him straight there,
Okay, so we'll say
and make sure
that's a good place to wrap it up there, so you guys can decide as a group whether it's going to Darwin's cop buddy, or if you're calling the boss to say, where do we take him, who will probably just say, you should take him to the police.
Oh, okay. Well, if that's the ultimate goal, we can just take him straight into the main precinct.
You could totally take him right to the main gates. And
Yeah.
And how many steps will he get up before he's shot dead?
Well, that's the problem, yeah. That's why
that would be
bad because of the bad cops.
That's the momentary pause. So we'll say that right there is going to be a good spot to wrap up then. You've got him in the car. He's calm because his sister's there, and she's calm, and she basically saying nothing but great things about you guys. Especially that one guy that
you take a bullet for the dude, so
yeah, especially that one guy that can climb walls. Wait till you get to meet him. He's got a golden gun. I'm not telling you where he got it from. Okay, so you guys basically are cruising off at a nice, slow, safe speed until you can get to the public thoroughfare where, honestly, in a city this size, it's a mega city. I mean, you could stay on the freeway and drive for a day, constantly keeping moving, deciding what you're going to do, and nobody could, unless someone's going after you in full paramilitary style, cannot get you as long as Dante's controlling your counter warfare electronically. Because he's got that skill.
Before we get that far, I want to make sure I say back, make sure he doesn't have anything that can be tracked.
And he kind of pulls out the data pad that obviously it's the one you guys were using. You see the little broadcast light blinking. And he's like...
Throw it out the window.
You grab it and toss it?
Yeah, I grab it and toss it out the window.
That's totally a legit thing. You grab his data pad and you throw it out the window, and you hear a slight braking noise as you accelerate, and you're just like, leave it. You got your sister. Which would you rather have? and he, of course, he grabs his sister, and she opens his coat, by the way, and sees that he's got like 3 or 4 bullet holes in his guts. And he's had a few slap patches thrown on him, and it's all nasty and smelly bad. And she's just like, you need to get him first aid. And he's like, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh, watch the upholstery.
Well, it's already dinged up. What's a little blood?
It's already messed up on the outside. Now she got shot too. So, you know what? What's a little more blood?
Exactly.
Okay, so you guys are heading off, and that's a good place to wrap it up there.
All right.
Sweet.
Excellent job in the getaway. I got to give you props for that. I mean, I was worried for a second there. The dice were being cruel.
For every second.
Yeah, it was looking bad for a minute.
I mean, they were rolling like champs with their dice. That surprised me.
Yeah.
But gotta get a nice little taste of the driving rules.
Yeah, it's tougher than I thought it was. It's a good thing I put another point in driving. Otherwise, we would have totally messed up.
Yep. So speaking of points.
Speaking of points, you guys definitely walk away with 10 experience.
All right. sweet.
The hard part is always what to do with it.
I know. All right, Dave.
Another
Thank
vehicle
you.
thing.
Yeah.
I can't afford another vehicle thing right now.
So
Spent
far.
all of it on that last time. So far, yeah, so far. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Oh, okay. I did a little. I was a little reckless and also adaptable. There we go. That's cool.
Mhm.
I'm definitely playing my strengths and flaws a little bit there.
So next game is going to be May the 15th.
Cool.
May 15th. Yeah, that's 2 weeks, huh?
Sounds good.
Well, actually, yeah, that's okay. That's good. I should be good for that.
All right, cool. And I'll reach out to Christopher as well because we missed him horribly.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
He would have been gunning
Would have-
people down left and right. Who are we kidding?
that would have been useful, but we managed.
Well, still, he was a great decoy and kept any other bikers from joining the chase.
Yeah, we had
Oh,
enough
no.
on our
Yeah.
hands as it was.
Alrighty, guys.
Yep. All right. We'll
Roger.
see you tomorrow.
Yep. See you
Thank
tomorrow
you
for some
guys, and
Star
yeah,
Wars.
see you both tomorrow, 3 o'clock, right?
Yep. And may the second be with you.
Second be with you.
Because it is
All right,
501st
guys.
day today. All right. Later, guys.
All right.
Have a
later.
good night.